If y'all want to see what the egg shortage is all about, a salvage company in downtown Columbus, Georgia. And these are all egg cartons that ended up at a salvage company because these farms could not produce the eggs to put in them to sell them. I've walked around, there's probably, just from looking, there's probably 50 different farm names on these cartons. This is insane.
This got me shook. Always have hidden truth behind it, and if you pay close attention, you'll see it. And if you look at The Simpsons, it's not even a movie, but it always seems to know the truth and predict the future. This is because life is literally played like a game, or some may call it the Matrix. Everything that's happened or is happening has already been predetermined and planned out years prior to it actually happening. Hollywood just puts a mask over it and calls it a movie, but under that mask is a puppet master controlling and dictating what is shown to the public through movies, music, or social media. The movie I, Robot starring Will Smith is a prime example of this. This movie was able to predict the future 18 years prior to these events actually happening. And if you look at the robots from the movie and compare them to today's robots, they look and move very similar. Almost like Hollywood copied a page out of 2023, then pasted it in the movie from 2004. Now I'm not saying that as soon as these robots join the public, they'll instantly take control. This will take some time. And since advanced robots are still
very strange. This is Whole Foods Market.
They scan your stuff in your bag, right?
So you can't even walk into Whole Foods unless you go through this machine? I need my own QR code. How do I get my own QR code? How do I get my own QR code? I have to have my own QR code to come into Whole Foods?
You don't have to stand in line when you leave.
What do? They just what?
It
What
just knows you have it because it scans it.
It knows you have products?
Yeah, it's the Wi-Fi or whatever it is. It scans your products.
Whoa. And this is the future of grocery stores? Whoa.
So we had 10 minutes, now we got 5.
Entire store automated. Oh, y'all check this out. Took my daughter to see the Polar Express, and this is what I've seen.
This is a vending machine gas station. I'm talking about there's no workers. It's literally a vending machine. Whatever you need, 24 hours. Yeah, I'm talking about they got everything you need.
Asking AI what 2023 will look like.
Depopulation. Nostradamus predicts that Europe will be hit by a series of nuclear-related conflicts in 2023. As a result, many European countries will be severely depopulated. This prediction is likely to come true due to the ongoing tensions between the US and North Korea. The countries currently involved in the conflict with North Korea also happen to be Europe. If this prediction comes true, it could result in a large number of displaced people. This will create even more problems for the European government, for example, in terms of providing food and water to these displaced people. Currently, Europe is experiencing a low birth rate, which means that the population is, in fact, declining. This prediction of nuclear-related conflicts occurring in 2023 and depopulation could contribute further to this decline. It can also be possible that the depopulation Nostradamus mentioned in his book was actually meant to be caused naturally due to the low birth rate. But we cannot know anything for sure until the mentioned year comes, and we see what really happens. Number 6. Death of the Russian president.
States release the Tic Tac videos, for example, did they have to check in with Russia, Europe, China? Is it a group collective thing where they all agree on this, or did we just do it?
If they did, we'll never know about it. Right. They won't tell us that they have an intergovernmental group that will okay something and not okay something. Mm-hmm. But really, especially for America's sake, I believe the reason we're having the disclosure and all this stuff and the pace that they're moving at. I think they're really concerned they're about to get busted. They're going to get caught in one of the biggest lies in world history that they've been lying through their teeth for the last 75 years. And when it starts unraveling, it's going to keep going. Next thing you know, we're going to know about people on the moon.
It's inevitable.
Yeah, they're like the little boy that's putting his fingers in the dam. And Dutch boy, and
Right.
he's going to run out of fingers. And it's just going to crumble on them. And
It's going to break.
yeah, and they're just trying to save their butts, what they're trying to do. Well, we told you about that. We disclosed. Yeah, 75 years later you did.
I seen this and I had to make a video immediately. Somebody please read this. Somebody please read it. The U.S. Senate has unanimously passed the Sunshine Protection Act, legislation that would make daylight saving time permanent starting in 2023. This is going to go into one of my videos that I'll be posting sometime later. Time does not exist, man. Just look at what they doing. How can you just change something like that? It's because it was BS in the first place. If nothing makes you start opening up your mind and questioning what these people are saying and doing, this should be the one. Like, dog, I can't even wrap my head around that, bro. What will it take? It will all come falling down.
Y'all, I am freaking out right now. There's a lot of unexplained things going on in the ocean right now. Hold on real quick. I do not trust them. Just watch this real quick for me. You get to Mars by going through the ocean. You can't get to the bottom of the ocean because outer space is the ocean. Now what she just said just blew my mind. Now there's a situation called the firmament. So we know that water is all around us. And it is said that this dome divided the sea into upper and lower sections. You can't cancel this out because they still haven't discovered 80% of the sea. Early civilizations believed that the ocean and the stars above were linked. I mean, just look. Mayan, Norse, Hindu, Hebrew, all of them. Now we already know what spacesuits look like, but they look exactly like sea suits. I know once in your life you've heard of the Bermuda Triangle. Planes and people going missing in the ocean. There are black holes in the ocean. And I just know once in your life you've heard about sea monsters. When you see a comet, it looks like a boat soaring through water. What if these unexplained species in the ocean are actually aliens? If y'all have ever watched this movie Underwater, they went too deep and found the creature that don't even look like it's supposed to be from this earth. Or could it have just been a creature from space? Now you can say what you want, but I bet you we are not the only beings, only species, only creatures that are in this universe. It's just ironic that when they return to Earth, they're on water. I mean, I know I'm not tripping. And I know y'all heard of mermaids. So many unexplained things in the ocean. They're making more discoveries in space. Not really putting too much money or caring about what's going on the planet. Why? Because this sea stuff might have a lot of connections to space. And they not telling us. Y'all be safe, and I know I'm not the only person who feel this way.
So apparently, you can walk into this portal. Oh my god, this is so freaking weird. Oh my god. There you see, there's my house. Oh.
So that video was about doomsday and basically how most of the world is going to be underwater. As you can see on the map, Europe is obviously not looking too good. To the point where I'm questioning what's going to happen to the people of Europe then. If you don't know who this is Baba Vanga, a Bulgarian mystic. She was blind from early childhood and claimed that God gave her the ability to see far into the future, to the point where she saw the end of the world. She's predicted events such as 9/11, Obama's presidency, and COVID. Baba Vanga predicted that in 2025, Europe will remain sparsely inhabited. To be honest, the rest of the prediction list is kind of scary, but also interesting at the same time. At one point, European and Asians don't exist anymore. They become Euro-Asian. Oh wait, there's more! Doesn't just stop at Euro-Asians. We then become Afro-Euro-Asian. Well, yeah, I recommend looking at this list if anyone else is curious about what the world might have in store for us.
Pentagon that the buzzword in the secret of secrets in the Pentagon is the Sumerian gods are returning, and that's what they're referring to as that whole area that Peter's.
Wow! Can you repeat that again, just in case anybody missed it? The buzzword
in the Pentagon, in the the military circles that are in the know about the cover-up here, they kind of in whispered tones talk about the return of the Sumerian gods. And they're talking about the what we would call aliens or fallen angels returning into the Middle East, into Old Sumer area.
The Anunnaki.
At that time, I didn't know.
What do you think
we
now?
have been in touch with the Anunnaki.
Okay. And are you aware of the Clark McClelland sort of testimony that talks about, this very, very tall spaceman do you remember that?
Mm-hmm.
So that was an Anunnaki, right?
Say again?
That was an Anunnaki. That was supposedly Clark McClellan always said that he saw this very large, tall being instructing a couple of our astronauts on television screen.
Mm-hmm.
That was.
Well, if the beings he's talking of were almost like black Africans, yeah.
There is one image there that shows black people getting off.
So people with dark skin getting off.
Dark.
Black skin.
Pretty black.
Were they tall? Very tall. How tall? Do you know?
Well, they got up the
Well, what?
Say 7 feet would be.
يتوفر في أجواء ذي قار هو أجواء إيجابية، بمعنى أن السومريين لما استقروا في هذه الأرض كانوا يعلمون تماما أن هذه الأرض بأجواءها هي أجواء ملائمة للتحليق في الفضاءات، وكان من هنا تنطلق المركبات الفضائية السومرية نحو الكواكب الأخرى. والسومريين أول من اكتشف الكوكب رقم 12 الذي اعترفت به وكالة نازل الفضاء قبل بضعة أيام، والذي أطلقوا عليه نيبيرو، ويدور حول الشمس ب 3600 سنة.
Unexplained events caught on camera. Is this a real-life vampire? A security guard was replaying some footage and noticed something very strange. This man seems to walk in front of this mirror, but has no reflection. Do you believe in guardian angels? This woman on a bike was miraculously saved by some unseen force. Watch closely as she gets yanked back from the train just in the nick of time. These two boys were enjoying a swim when a strange shadow happens upon them, then disappears. Could this be a ghost of a shark reminiscing his predatory past?